Welcome to Runaway RV Adventures. My name is Luke. This is our 2010 Ford E350 5.4 liter. You change the oil and filter in it. I'll show you how to do it. Very simple. Let's start. This is what you're going to need. You need about 6 liters of 5W20. This is synthetic oil. Also, I will put in a synthetic oil filter and need a 5/8 for the nut for the oil. And I'm going to use this to remove the other oil filter and put this one on. Also, you can also use this. So I have an oil pan. So let's go, and I have some oil here. I will put that in each of the keyholes, so that way it makes it easier to open. So let's go. So underneath here, put my pan. This bolt here is a 5/8. So I'll loosen it up. And if it is too hard to loosen up, you can put a bar like this. So that way you'll have more leverage. It'll make it easier. So I'll unloose it. After you take the bolt off, let it drain in the pan, and you inspect your bolt. Just clean it, make sure that the washer around it is good. And now I'll go and open the cap on top, so that way it will drain completely. And you remove the filler cap on top, so that way all the oil is going to go down. Makes it easier. I put my cap here, so that way I don't forget it. When I close the thing, it's not going to close properly, so you won't forget to put it back on. Now that it's empty, just take my rag. I have cleaned the bolt. Don't forget to put it back. Then I'll tighten it up. When you tighten it up, don't put it too tight, just snug. Then after we put the oil, we'll check if it's not leaking. If it's leaking, we'll just tighten it up a little bit, but don't put it too tight, and then it's too hard to get off after. Now for the oil filter, put the ratchet. It wasn't too tight, so that's good. And if it's too tight, you take the breaker bar again and you just turn it around. So that's gonna loosen it until there's some oil coming out. There we go. And I can take it off and we'll let it drip. I have another pan here. Sometimes I'll just put this underneath. So you let it drip a bit. And I'll just turn it. Once you take it off, let it drip. And make sure the gasket came off inside of the filter. If you're not sure, just look inside the filter. There should be a gasket there, because you don't want to put the other filter with 2 gaskets. Otherwise you'll have it'll start leaking. So I'll get my filter. And now let's put the oil. Make sure on the tab here you remove all the paper that's protecting the bottle, so that way it doesn't go in your oil. And always tilt your can sideways, so that always makes it easier to pour it in. So right now I'll pour 5 liter in. Okay, so I'll wipe it around, make sure everything is clean. Now on the oil filter, the seal here, the rubber seal, you just take your finger, just put some bit of oil, so that way it creates a tighter seal. Once you tighten it up. Now you just put it back. Just make sure it doesn't cross thread. There we go. You just tighten it up by hand. And I'll just take my ratchet. I'll just give it a half a turn just to make sure it's tight. And that's it. And now we'll go and put some oil in. So now everything is tight. I just give it a quarter turn with my ratchet just to make sure that it's really snug on it. So, and now we'll go and put some oil in it. And put a creeper to go underneath. It makes it a lot easier. Now you make sure you put back your cap on. Like I said, I have 5 liters now, so I'll just back it off the ramp, and I'll check, make sure before I put another liter on in there. After you topped it up, make sure the oil cap here, filler cap, back on, and that you put the other one, make sure it's pushed in, and you're all done. You just make sure it's not leaking underneath. That's it. And after you did the oil change, check your oil filter. I got one today. Very easy to change. You don't even need any tools. Just slip this here. Pull it out. You see it's full of bugs in this one, so it's time to change it. And the new one. It's a cone side inside. Put it in. Line it up. Line it up and close this. The oil filter is all done. That's it. Okay, now to reset your oil light reminder in the vehicle, just turn your key ignition to the first position. Do not start the vehicle. And here, the selection button here, you're pressing repeatedly until, there you go. You press repeatedly until you get to the hold and reset here. So you hold it. See oil life, I reset it to 100. But if you keep holding it, that's how you reset it. And if you just went too far, it doesn't matter. Just keep holding it. It will come back at 100. And there you go. And then you turn off the ignition. And you just turn it back on just to make sure everything is good. And start the engine this time. again, hold it, and there you go. So it has been changed, and now you're good. Thanks for watching.